Hello, it's Fancy. Welcome back to the channel. It's still October, so we're back at it with another witchy themed artwork for today. I don't know why, but witches are pretty much my favorite things to draw during spooky season. I even have at least 2 witch OCs. Well, there are a lot more. But yeah. Let's just say I have, at the very least, 2 witch characters. Neither of them I've talked about in any videos actually. But that will change today, right now. This little witch character here is one of my 2 main witch characters. The other one has a more complex story and stuff, but this one, although I am still in the process of fleshing out a full story for her, her story is a lot simpler in general. Anyways, this little witch is a character I've named Betty. Betty the Witch. And she has a black cat. Well, I say she has a black cat, but really she just either found it or the cat just showed itself to her one day, and she decided to pick it up and keep it. That's the cat distribution system at its very finest. Apparently it works for witches as well. This isn't the same cat from the previous Halloween themed artworks I've made though, since that cat there was just a random cat. This one is a different cat. It's actually part of Betty's storyline. The whole story of Betty here pretty much revolves around her finding this black cat, although I can't say much since the majority of the story is still in the very early stages of ideation. I do have a couple of concept sketches and designs made for the world Betty will be in, and the characters that she ends up interacting with as well. But basically, she's been warned about keeping a black cat because of bad luck, but regardless, she still ends up keeping it. And then the story goes from there. Very vague, I know, I wish I have it all fleshed out, but I have so many story ideas, it's kind of hard to focus on any single one, just one at a time. But anyways, Betty is a witch that specializes in plants. She's a young plant witch and she's still learning and practicing her abilities. Now that I think about it, I wish I had added some plant elements into this piece, since you can't really tell that she's a plant or nature witch just by looking at the artwork if I don't say it myself. But anyways, the story is still being fleshed out, so for now, let's talk about the artwork. This is actually only one of the 3 sketches I've made of Betty. And as usual, the original sketch for this was done way back in junior high school. That's around 10th grade for me, so grade 10 I think. There were 2 other sketches of her, but I decided to just focus on this one that has her showing off the cat. It's a simple, full-body chibi artwork, since she is pretty much a child, so I figured my chibi style would suit her and the artwork in general a lot better than my regular style. Her design is pretty simple. I do really like her outfit. Her hair is puffy at the bottom and it has this brownish, orangey, I don't know exactly what color her hair is actually. Is she close to being a redhead with that color? I don't know, probably? Oh well. You can tell I didn't really think her design through a lot in terms of the colors. In fact, you can see at one point, I made a smaller version of the sketch to test out the colors and see if they end up looking good. That's something I said I'd do all the way back in the Fairy Queen video I uploaded, and I finally got to try it out and put it to good use for this one. I think it really did help me figure out the colors, although I was trying to give her a bluer palette for her outfit, since in my sketches that's what I put in the notes, but the colors here ended up looking quite close to purple. Oh well, for the story she's in, that won't really matter as much, so I suppose that's okay. Now let's get into her outfit that I said I really like. I have this sketch that shows her design, which is what I used as a reference for her outfit. Originally, like in the original sketch for this though, you can probably see that she's only wearing this typical witch dress or robe kind of thing. And back then, I think I was set on making her outfit darker and closer to black. But for this, since she'll be interacting primarily with a black cat anyway, I thought it would be good to give her a color for her outfit that isn't primarily centered around grays and blacks. But now we're just talking about the colors again. I decided to change her whole outfit situation to something a bit more befitting for the story she will be in, while still keeping that classic witch look. In the story, she's an active kid, and since she's a plant witch, she likes going around town to explore the different flowers and weeds and everything plant related, with the supervision of an adult, of course. Primarily her aunt, though I haven't figured out a design for her aunt yet. With that, I wanted to give her an outfit that would allow her to do all that exploring freely, while, like I said, keeping that witchy look. So I gave her a classic witch hat for her head, and for her main outfit, she has a white shirt underneath a purplish bluish vest, a skirt with the same color, and some comfy shoes. She's got an alternative outfit, which I haven't drawn yet, where she doesn't wear a skirt and instead wears shorts for more of her active adventures, that she'll likely also have. She also has some cat-themed accessories, like that cat belt, which is the same color as her shoes, as well as the small cat backpack. I just realized now that I could have made the cat belt black as well, but I don't know, I think the current color works well anyway. But I'm thinking she got those cat-themed accessories only after picking up the black cat. And also, I wasn't able to draw it here, but she put some witchy pins on the bag as well, for decoration. I definitely should make a full concept artwork for her, because I really like the things that I gave her. So that's definitely something I'll plan to do in the far future. Her main struggle in the story is that she has a lot of trouble tapping into her magical abilities, which is why she's so eager to go around collecting plants and stuff it in her cat bag, basically, to try and get that connection with nature. And just maybe, she might be able to awaken her powers. But the black cat gets her in all sorts of trouble on top of that, so we'll definitely see where her journey goes. So yeah, that's Betty. And the black cat. There's more to that cat than it seems, but I'm keeping those details to myself for now, until I have the story more fleshed out. There are a couple of other characters in the story too, which I really wish I could get to drawing, but again, I'm gonna be focusing on the story in case I do revisit this idea. Anyways, I had a lot of trouble with her eyes. I experimented with a lot of different colors and originally wanted them to be green, but my other witch OC has green eyes, so I wanted this one to be different. So yeah, lots of struggle with that. But I did end up managing to land on a color that looks good. I don't know, that's still subject to change. And the background too. You can see I tried to add a silhouette of a cat in the background, but it was looking too superhero-like and, well, giving too much Batman vibes. In the end, I settled for this little grid in the background, like what I did for my OC Kyla, and I just put the silhouette of the cat's head along with the sparkles in the image. I wanted to add some cat paws too, but it was nighttime as I was working on this and I was getting tired and got lazy. So yeah, this artwork is about done, and I think I mentioned enough about Betty for one day. Except for the fact that her name is short for Bettina, for no good reason at all, it's just because I thought it sounds good for her. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and this little witch character and her cat. I had to re-record this twice because the first recording, it was fine, but it had so much static from my phone. I don't know why it was like that. Probably with how I connected my headphones to it, but well, I had to re-record it and the dog started barking as soon as I started re-recording, so yeah. Anyways, please do feel free to leave a like, maybe comment your thoughts, and subscribe. Those really help me out as well. I'm also on Ko-fi, so if you want to support, even just sending $1 my way does a lot. You can get Betty here as a sticker, a print, shirts, and a bunch of other products in my shops. The links will all be in the description below. While you're at it, feel free to check out the Halloween collection and a bunch of other designs I have on there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and even just watching towards the end really does a lot to help me out. With that said, I hope you have a very wonderful day and a very wonderfully spooky rest of October. I'll see you in the next one, and take care.